you gotta drink your moose milk. I can definitely tell your swole's gone, and therefore your bitches is gone.
Dude.
Damn.
Yo, no bitches for you.
No
I've
bitches.
never had muscle. What are you talking? I've just been fat.
Dude, I remember you when you were busting on the moose guzzle. Dude, you spent like $68 in 2 weeks. You looked epic.
Thank you.
Epic swole. You had all them anorexic chicks after you.
I can always take girls.
Dude.
Fuck out of my weight class.
How much box are you going to get in 2020?
What? I'm not gonna get any. I don't need girls. You say you want a box? Stop looking at me.
Well, this is, okay, here's a bag. I was just asking how much box.
Wow.
That's a weird thing for you to say.
Wow.
Dude.
That's a word I use.
Wow. Did anybody
I was
see
trying
the
to
box
assume
joke
your
that
gender.
Barczyk did in one of the recent vlogs?
What?
He was unboxing a bunch of snakes
Who,
with Lori.
Brian?
Yeah. And he was like, you get that box and I get this box. And then like looked right into the camera.
Hi,
And I was
Jake, in my
like,
high-pitched voice.
oh.
Hi, Jake.
I can't even do it right now.
I'm
trying to- Yes.
I was considering playing like Jack in the Box with Kevin in one of these streams, guys. If you're familiar with what that is, it's like it'd be fun and I can make it really entertaining. It's like where I ask you questions. If you guys want in on that too, is that a good idea? Do you guys know that game? Kevin can flex his intelligence, and I can look like an idiot, and Jeremy can, I guess, be intelligent too.
What is this?
It's Jack in the Box. I can do it very easily here.
Jack in the Box?
Yeah, I call it Jack Box. It's Jack in the Box to me though. So fuck you, Roman.
If this is asking like questions you ask a third grader, you realize how stupid I am. No.
I'm asking the chat too. I can care less if Ken wants to do it. People will like it. There we go. That's good. Dude, it's right in my face. No idea.
It's fine. You know Nina's going to come back the day after Christmas and be like, what the hell happened to my window?
I'm taking over this room. Fuck you, Nina.
Oh.
Look at, he can't get women just.
Why are we talking about me? I don't need women. Like, guys, fuck. Don't care. The second I lost my last one, my life has gone better. And you know that.
Boy has it.
Our channel went up a lot.
His girlfriend did some gnarly stuff.
Yeah.
She would get jealous of inanimate objects and destroy them.
Dude, my everything.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah?
Dude.
3D
Dude,
head
she
goggles.
destroyed 2 virtual headsets, dude, and that's what ended the relationship. She took it, put it in the back of her car, and then I noticed it was missing because the other one, my dog somehow got to and destroyed that one. I come back in, that one's missing, and I just saw it. So I confront her about it. She leaves in the car, comes back. I'm like, she fucking just threw it in the woods or something. That's how it all ended. It was great. And literally 1 month, I made our channel go up 20,000 subscribers the minute she left, dude. It was like,
Sheesh.
I filmed that viral video that week. We did pretty good.
Donnie,
Oh, damn.
Donnie, will your dog have hairy legs?
What? My dog?
Doll. Not
My
your
doll?
dog.
No. My I mean, if you guys want me to customize it all online, show you what my ideal girlfriend would look like in rubber form, I can do that.
Oh, jeez. In rubber form.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not that weird. Are you good? Are they just being mean to me in the chat?
No.
Kinda.
How dare they?
Did you meet her on Craigslist?
Who, my ex?
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Oh. Craigslist
I'm never doing
would've
that
been
again.
better.
I like long distance
Sheesh.
relationships, so I don't have to see them all the time.
Oh, man. I can't say much. My last 3.
Jeremy,
long distance.
how's your life? Is it good?
Are we going to talk about it?
Does you watch the stream?
I actually don't know if he's watching the stream.
Are you watching the
Nice.
stream?
He is nice.
He's nice. I like
Yeah,
him.
but like,
He's
is he dateable? Like, very
very.
Yeah. Is
He's
he a
very,
hot dude?
very- yeah, he's a very smart
Black-
guy.
Kevin
Black guy?
likes him.
Yeah, I like him.
Jeremy likes black guys, so if you guys are a hot black guy and looking to date a guy, that,
Wow.
No, he's really nice. He's
very nice.
super smart, and he's like
you guys are you like
he's
smart
complete.
guys? That's your thing?
I mean, I appreciate intelligence, yeah.
Kevin, do you appreciate intelligence in women?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
I always thought you did. Yeah, Tara's pretty smart. All the other chicks you've ever dated are smart.
Yeah, she's smart.
What about feisty ones?
She's feisty too.
Is she?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's feisty.
Huh.
Yeah.
She's awkward in front of a camera, though. I gotta fix that. Super awkward. Maybe I just make people awkward.
It's just
I think it's you. Donnie.
It's me.
I think it's 100% you.
Yeah.
I like, there are all sorts of different variety. Sometimes an alpha chick can be a problem sometimes. And I'm pretty alpha. So I think it's probably pretty good to let me flow a little bit. I'm not like, I don't think I'm like that overbearing kind of thing.
I've never
Shut your
dated you,
face.
so I don't know.
No,
not at all.
I'm reading the comments.
As Professor Tinkle, dude, a whole new nightmare shows up in bed.
Let me ask you a
Isn't
question.
Sylvester Tinklebaum.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me ask you something, Kevin. It's been a long time since you've had a live-in girlfriend. I remember, like, would you ever live with another girl? A woman?
I live with Barbara.
That Barb is so fucking cool, though. Like,
Barb
that
is
is,
very
that
cool.
is, yeah, come on.
So there
Would
you
you ever,
go.
would you live with your significant other again, or are you scared of that? I'm terrified of it. Right?
It's-
That's like my...
I have certain women in my life that are all, they're all special to me, and I don't need more.
Okay. That was the... What's that answer?
I don't know what that answer
Okay,
was.
whatever. That's fine. If you find the right one, maybe. Okay. That's how he had diverted from that question. Jeremy, you gonna live with your your dude friend one day? You gonna live with no? Has he asked? That'd be weird.
No,
If you
he's not
break up with
asked.
him, if he like asks now.
Wow.
That's really weird.
You know,
thing to
some
do.
of that, like, some of it is when you have that thing where you see him like once a week or whatever, you can really keep things pretty vibrant.
Yes. When you live with him, it gets
Very
stale.
vibrant, and yeah, and there's another thing too with some people, like the whole chameleon thing, where
What do you mean?
they're, when you meet them and you're first engaging them and whatever, and you get a perception of them. A lot of times it's not necessarily the real perception of the person because they're showing you certain things.
Always.
And they're quickly changing
Yep.
to be more attractive to you by, adopting certain things.
Mhm.
But then as you're together and as you get more comfortable, they start dropping the guard down. This is male or female.
Yep.
And you start seeing where they're really,
Yeah, the
their
cracks.
mindset. And, like one thing I can't stand is jealousy.
Yes, I can't either.
I hate jealousy. Jealousy is...
You know what? That's a huge problem with you because you get people talking to you all the time, and that you have to. I make you talk to these people.
Right.
They got to deal with it.
Yeah, but it's I'm particularly not jealous. You value what you have.
Right.
But you can't stop somebody, like, so if somebody's talking to somebody else and then you're like, giving them stuff. So you're basically like saying, okay, so you need to like put me on a leash and control me. That person should be able to do what they want and still, come back to you because you're that good of a person and you're that attracted to them and all the different aspects of a relationship. But you can't overburden, like, always just assuming, you're talking to that guy because you want that guy. You're talking to that girl because you're whatever. A lot of that is like ridiculous. It's
Insecurity.
like life is hard enough, but then when you start getting like your girlfriend's jealousy, your ex-girlfriend's jealousy was insane.
She wanted me to quit the
Insane.
YouTube channel, dude. She's like, I don't want you to do that when you go start truck driving again. I was
See,
like, are you fucked?
I'd toss her like
I
nothing. I would
tried.
be like, I'm done with you, but I would never handle what you were handling.
Yeah.
Never.
It was not the same.
Never. And
Well, I mean, what do you do when you can't get them to leave? It's terrible. Yeah. So if Kevin doesn't like jealous women, what about you, like jealous boys? Probably not, right?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I was asking Jeremy the other day. I'm like, are you more of like remember when I asked you? I was like, are you more of the dude or the chick?
Oh, jeez.
I asked you that typical question that everybody hates.
Yes.
He's a dude.
Yes.
what are exactly are virtual headphones?
Uh,
Jealousy sucks. It's
Yeah,
called trust.
I noticed we're talking about fleshlights, which is who I'm dating right now. She's pretty great, and you don't want to buy knockoff fleshlights because they go south. I bet you don't even have one. You should.
I don't have a flat.
They're
flashlight.
Really?
I-
Flashlight? That's not what they're called on Amazon.
Yo, I got
not
a flashlight in
not
my
flashlight.
pocket.
You're such a dad.
I was like, the hell is he digging
Weed Wars.
for? Oh, God.
Get out.
Does it have to have a light? Is that like a pocket pussy with a flashlight?
Yeah. It's kind of so you can conceal it a little bit. You tighten it so your roommate doesn't come in and see it. Never mind.
What are you doing? Nothing.
I mean, you don't keep it on while they're talking to you. That's pretty. Anyways, some of you guys want us to talk about reptiles again. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we
you
can
gotta
talk
break
about
it up.
reptiles.
You gotta
Yeah.
break it up sometimes, guys.
It's true.
You know why? Because on Twitch, people may find this channel and not necessarily be into reptiles, and they might be into us. Remember that. Especially, we need to do animals
Kevin's
too.
famous.
So we have baby viper boas born today. which is
Yep.
really nice. Viper boas are an interesting animal. I think more people should be keeping viper boas because one day we're not going to be able to get viper boas.
So is this going to be a group? These captive bred babies. Is this going to be a group you want to raise up?
I don't know. I really like the ones that are high orange. But they're really interesting, and I think they're not an easy species to breed. And I think probably has to do tied in with the rainy season because they'll live in these areas where the ground gets really dry, and then they kind of like burrow into it, and then all of a sudden it will flood and become like a swamp. So I think when you have a situation like that, like I know fish. So fish respond to these cycles of seasons. And probably likely the viper boas will respond the same way. But if we keep them as a normal boid, python and boa, and we go through the normal cooling and all the different cycle, and we're still failing to breed them, it's probably because we're not cycling them in the manner that I'm talking about. Yeah. And I think quite likely, I bet I could breed them, like not.
So where do you rank viper boas as compared to any of the other Candoia?
Well, viper boas. They're heavy-bodied snakes. The babies are less problematic to feed than other Candoia, Isabel Island boas, and you can make all these high volume of babies. But these animals are naturally lizard eaters. So when you take a captive-born lizard-eating baby and you go and feed it Anole carolensis, green anole or whatever, or more likely a Mediterranean house gecko. All of the parasite load of that gecko, if you feed it live or without freezing it, and sometimes you have to freeze things for a while just to really kill the parasite load. But when you feed that to the snake, you've now introduced these parasites into the snake. So now the snake now takes on parasitic load that could or could not give it problems later on. I prefer to have something that would start out eating rodents, and they naturally, viper boas, which is Candoia asper, would naturally, more inclined to eat like a rat pinky. That's like one of the first foods. I've had, babies before and started feeding them rat pinkies, and they took that pretty well. But it's a absolutely wonderful boid. It's very low maintenance. You have to give it an animal where it's gonna always spend a lot of time in its water dish. It almost appear very aquatic, but it'll sit in its water dish. One of the keys with them is to make sure you have humidity, but you also have ventilation. Some people mistake humidity with basically preventing any kind of ventilation and trapping all your air in there. And what happens there is you start getting fungus, molds. Aspergillus mold is a really nasty thing, and it's like a black mold, and that can give animals severe respiratory infections, often not being curable. So you want to provide humidity, but you also want to have some vapor exchange, some air exchange. And so the way to do that is keep them in a container with holes, but a very deep layer of substrate. So the deep layer of substrate that you can keep moist is always going to be breathing. So it's always going to be amping up the humidity of the environment, but not costing the animal of having a stagnant cage. So you really want to get some air ventilation in there because fungal, bacterial, and even mold infections are definitely life-threatening.
I wish I had a cricket drop.
Tokays eat Tokay geckos are insectivores, and they're also carnivorous. It is probably plausible to think that they would eat some fruit diet, crested gecko diet. That's something I really want to kind of get back into the Tokays, and I just got so distracted, and I'm trying to put them on the front burner. We keep talking about I am definitely adjusting some of our breeding avenues and our directions where we're going with New England Reptile and what we plan on doing. So it's a work in progress though. So I have a lot of work to do and a lot of changes.
Huh.
We were done with some of the gifts. Yes.
Only that many people got you gifts? I thought you had more brown nosers in the building.
Okay. So do I support activist groups like Sea Shepherd? Well,
what's Sea Shepherd?
Sea Shepherd are environmental terrorists that will go around.
So the answer is no.
No, that's not true.
That sounds kind of
okay.
cool,
That's
though.
not
Alright.
true at all.
Okay, all right.
No.
Wow.
So I'm just telling you what they're considered.
Okay.
So Sea Shepherd is backed originally by, I think, Bob Barker, which is The Price is Right.
Yep.
And so he loves animals and the welfare of animals. So he put a substantial amount of money into the Sea Shepherd and all those guys. And some of the members from Gojira, which is an awesome metal band, the bass player, I believe, are one of the part-time members of the Sea Shepherd. I don't know if the Sea Shepherd has been shut down as a terrorist group. But so Sea Shepherd will go around and plague Japanese whaling vessels.
Oh,
And so they'll shoot these things on the deck that makes the deck very slippery, and they're doing all these things. So
They throw
Japan,
stuff in the meat to ruin it too.
yeah, they do
Ugh.
all sorts of stuff. So Japan is basically harvesting whales under the guise of scientific research, but it turns out a lot of that whale meat is actually used. They're eating a lot of the whale as sushami or whatever the hell it's called, and not sushi, but whatever the eating of whale blubber is. But they also use a lot of the whale meat. They use it, they compost it and turn it into fertilizer and pet foods and whatever. So I am absolutely an avid whale lover. Highly intelligent animal that we don't even have a concept of. To look into the eye of a whale and to not think that is just an amazing soul and a brain and everything like that. And so they're going around, they're shooting these whales, and Birdseye, the guy that started Birdseye, he invented the exploding harpoon. And so he invented also flash freezing things at sea, so you could take fish and freeze them, flash freeze them,
Just
and
liquid
also an
nitrogen.
exploding harpoon tip, which would then prevent some of the whales from getting away. And I don't know if it's any more humane because you're basically spearing this whale and you're tiring it out, making it bleed to death, and bring it to the surface, and then you do whatever you do to it. So Sea Shepherd goes around and terrorizes these whaling ships. Yeah, I don't like whaling, so I'm probably an eco-terrorist in my heart.
That's a weird thing to say out loud.
Sorry.
I mean, well, honestly though, I think I remember asking you one time, would you be one of those people that disrupts those? And you definitely said yes. I think you.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm not saying, don't follow me because, I have my act together. I'm a mess of all the different things that I believe in. But I pretty much go for the animals. Tokeis definitely eat pinkies.
You ever hear what they do? That the blubber on the whales, it like won't freeze, and they use it in the satellites. You ever hear like that stuff? That like Japanese, like I think that's what Japan says they use it for. So, like so because
What's amazing is the harvesting of the dolphins that they do. I still think it's in Japan, and they herd them all into a bay.
Yep.
And they do absolutely atrocious things that makes me want to cry to see it. And then they show it from like up in aircrafts and stuff like that. Dude, the whole entire bay turns red. I mean, you're talking an incredibly intelligent animal. A dolphin. A dolphin is remarkable. And whales are remarkable. And the fact that we're brutalizing these animals, and they're largely killing these animals because the animals are eating their food sources. So the dolphins and porpoises are eating the fish that they're trying to catch too. So they feel like they need to cut the populations down. I'm sure they're rendering some of the meat. I don't know all the particulars. So, some of my stuff when I speak, I'm speaking without, full research, but enough just to understand the basic concept of it. But they're killing these animals for one reason, and it's basically to kill them because, competition. And it's horrific, where they show them just walking across their bodies, stabbing them with harpoons. Same thing with if you're clubbing little baby seals, that have almost no fear of you at all. And you're walking up to them with this horrific device, which is impaling their heads, and they're skinning them alive. And I mean, it's the fact that we actually do things like this.
It's usually other cultures, right? Like there's a lot of cultures
Those
that
are Canadians.
They don't have a lot.
Those are Canadians that are doing
the
it.
same people.
And I mean,
you feel like you just got to take a certain type of a human being, like a true monster, to do work like that.
I feel like a person that can, that doesn't recognize suffering of animals, and like an animal can be suffering and they're completely callous to it. So like maybe that Netflix, don't mess with cats.
Oh boy.
Kind of that, when that guy was doing that bit of stuff, but to have to render an animal, so kill an animal, and it's going through some horrific process, and you have no compassion for that. I basically hate you.
You're not wrong.
I'm sorry.
Seriously.
I hate you.
Most people
I
should
really.
hate you.
I don't have a great regard for human life when it comes to something like that. I certainly believe in capital punishment. I mean, I don't believe in capital punishment when somebody's been, they've lied, and they're putting people on death row that are wrongfully being accused, and that certainly does happen. But if you go and you're like a rapist and you kill a woman or something like that, take him away and kill him.
Okay, that's cool, Kevin.
No, I don't.
Happy
I just don't
thoughts,
believe.
Kevin.
Why would you waste? Because I don't
dropping-
put that much regard.
Merry
for human
Christmas,
life.
everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, guys.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh boy.
No.
Oh boy. I just noticed all the alerts at the bottom. I gotta really fix that.
Yes, they are hunting animals that aren't endangered in their waters. Yes, they are. So what do? I guess we wait for something to become endangered before it has value.
Yeah.
Nah, sorry.
Sounds like the right thing.
We have done such a horrible job managing the numbers and populations of animals, and then when we step in and we don't step in soon enough, or we don't step in at all, and we allow different things. I fought next door. There's a giant.
Yeah, Kevin is very passionate.
There is
about
a
this.
giant industrial activity coming in, and I've been fighting it. And there's pristine vernal pools.
What's
and
a vernal pool? Some
Vernal
people are
pool
dumb.
is an area that holds water for maybe part of the season, and it provides a place for amphibians and isopods and all that stuff like that. But any kind of larval stages of amphibians and shrimp and all that. And it might dry out during the summer, but it's a very critical thing because there's no fish. When there's no fish, the amphibians can come in there, lay their eggs, have their tadpoles that then will metamorphose into the next generation, and they don't get eaten, gobbled up by fish. So there's these pristine areas, and I literally watched lying, cheating, abuse of power, people being paid off in my town, and I went through the meetings and I literally watched people lying. And when I tried to argue, they did every possible thing they could to try to shut me down.
Didn't they ban you from those?
Yeah, they
things?
pretty much were like, they got rude to me.
Wait,
and
can I ask you a question? Were you doing anything crazy, or were you just being normal and just talking intelligently? You didn't flip out.
no, I
or anything,
was
did you?
being very. I can
I know you
argue,
can.
but when their town engineer is actually lying,
Yeah.
and I have to go up there and mock him because what he's saying is actually incorrect. I did a whole jabroni thing. The clear water thing.
Oh goodness,
That was great. That was
that
great.
was great, and I wish you would have let me film you do it. This was pre-YouTube, Donnie.
Yeah, but that was
We could have
great.
made a good video.
But that was great. So the leucistic tegus. I am not aware of leucistic tegus. I'm certainly aware of albino red tegus, which can be amazing. My buddy Martin down in Florida, the Reptile Ranch, he has some amazing ones. And John from Albinos Unlimited, too. From sex toys to this, yeah.
I mean, guys, honestly, I don't want things to be stale, so it works.
Yeah, we're gonna
Trust
cover
me.
the gambit of
Yeah,
subjects.
and, because honestly, on Twitch, we want to appeal to different people, And Kevin's he's more interesting than just reptiles. He is an interesting guy, and I feel like Jeremy can keep it going too. So, what do you guys want us to talk about? Anoles and dumb shit like that? You want this to be from the ground up? That's a podcast. I hear you guys.
I could continue just talk things all reptiles. We're gonna our next couple videos we're gonna do one. I did one with Jason's exotic reptiles on retics, but we'll do our own, and basically we'll talk about some of the expectations of a keeper, the husbandry of reticulated pythons, what to expect of them, the mindset of reticulated pythons, how to know if you are a qualified keeper to actually keep a reticulated python long term.
We're gonna break these up.
Size.
We're gonna do
No,
something.
we can do a lot of this in one video.
I think
size management.
Me and Kevin were. This is what I want to
Realistic.
talk about. Me and you were talking last night, and Kevin's he's telling me these titles we should do, right? And Kevin's gives me these big worded titles that are like intelligent that, would make sense. But YouTube mentality of a lot of these people, they're going to be like, that sounds like a boring video. So Kevin's giving me all of these ideas and I'm using dumber, stupider words. But he wants to do, you just want to do like just retic videos, right?
I want on monitors. Monitor videos too, guys.
We should do more retic videos.
Yeah.
For sure. But me and you have not done many. We made one, and it was the response video.
Right.
They're your best ones. And it'd be fun if you taught me how to handle retakes. Might be interesting. I think that would be really interesting for you. And monitors, why don't we do a lot of monitor videos? You should say that. You have a reason. I know what it is. I was going to let you say it.
Because when we recorded all those monitor videos
Shut up,
and they sucked.
Fuck you. That's not why.
No, I gotta do more monitor videos.
Monitors are hard to film. In my personal opinion, monitors are harder to film than snakes because they can't. They're more curious. They might take off on you. I don't know. It's always been more difficult.
But I think I want to do a video back to a monitor setup video,
like a big one,
baby
one?
monitors. No, just little monitors right now because we're trying to get people to understand my idea of monitor keeping.
How would you make that video? Tell me from the ground up how you would do it.
Sit here and we're going to build a cage, talk about what it is. Here's the animal. Here's the psychology of the animal. Because, people are finally warming up to my ideas of how I socialize animals, and it's actually a real thing. There's a lot of, my audience. I have a strong audience now of people that said, your techniques work. From a Komodo dragon down to a Savannah monitor.
Right.
It works. And so people are listening to me, so I got a little bit of street cred from our viewers and our fans, so I can go back to some basic setups. But I like to make setups that are functional to the requirements of the animal, and we are keeping these animals in captivity. Let's not forget that they are being kept in boxes. So it's not. Why doesn't it have a giant room to run around in and all this different stuff? You're never going to be able to satisfy that thing. So there has to be in-betweens of that. And with that being said, we're going to start out with just some basic videos, but maybe we'll do a monitor keeping video. What's up, Brandon?
Who called Brandon?
A monitor keeping video and maybe some monitor whispering, just working through socialization of monitors.
See, what I'm curious is how you want to film it. Because this is what I want to do. I want to do it maybe on this table because it's so enormous. And I don't know. I think getting down here would be good. And you could build it, could you do something like a glass enclosure, or do you want to do it in something else? Because that's a good video. Me and Kevin jump into these videos without planning, and then they're terrible. That's why I'm trying to get Kevin to talk about it live, because I can get him to sit still right now. That's why I'm doing this.
The videos are terrible.
No, Kevin. Oh my gosh. Kevin does not like planning for things. So I'm just trying to talk to him while he's sitting down right now. What happened?
Gee, you can come in.
How did you focus on that so quickly? How did you see that?
I saw him. I'm
Kevin
aware.
sees everything.
That was good. Guys, when I say a video is terrible, that's because I'm hypercritical of everything we do. I don't think they're terrible.
Mountain Climb 62 says, "Hey, Brandon."
Who's Mountain Climb 62?
He's a nobody.
Why is it
Damn.
69? That'd be funnier. Oh, he got it.
I got it. We just got derailed.
Yeah.
Totally just
A little bit.
derailed.
Doing the party room. The problem with the party room is the lighting's kind of weird in there.
Yeah.
But that Cobra video looked awesome because I took down all the lighting and I just did it with my camera.
I think we need some lighting
in
this room.
You need to talk to Brian Barczyk about the lighting he uses because he has that shit down. And you know what? The white enclosures spread light.
Yeah. This is a dark
all the
room.
above. But I mean, yeah, the lighting's not really set up in here for this. But
Squirrel. Bye, buddy. You too. You too. Thank you.
don't fucking touch me.
G Money, we gotta
G-Money.
G's gonna be in when we do the retic video. G's gonna be in that because I want to go over some sizes of the stuff. But those male cows in room 2, we probably need to feed them a little bit more. They're looking a little thin. When they go into breeding, they're gonna get a little thinner. So right now they need more weight.
You guys think Gianni shouldn't be able to feed stuff unless I'm filming?
I build all my large reptile enclosures.
Were you just talking about water monitor socialization?
Yeah.
Fire Donnie, bring back Rafi Martinez.
Like when they're
Pass.
babies, you take nice socialized ones with nervous younger ones, put them together. So when you
Yeah, well, we're just actually talking about like just doing the videos because we haven't represented a lot of monitor stuff in videos. We just did a Tokay video.
Well, that was a good video. Couldn't let that one go to waste.
Well, but it was
almost
his cell phone, so yeah. Yeah, bam, 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 bam.
What you got?
Yeah. So
Who's Rafi Martinez? Kevin.
Rafi, that's M.A. Balls.
That's M.A. Balls.
Yeah, that's.
See the guy that used to do really sweet videos where he had you in like some chair sitting down statically
He
in
did
the
all
music
sorts of
room.
different stuff. Yeah.
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 Cool. Ah, fuck. All right, we should go back to not. Okay, we gotta not let Kevin read the chat anymore.
I don't need to give Lilith the kiss of death because I don't want Kevin to get the kiss of
Listen,
death.
Chandler's already done it.
Exactly.
Well, how many videos do you think?
Exactly.
Oh my god, you guys want Kevin to kiss the snake on the mouth that he's unfamiliar with because you hate him? Like what?
Jeez.
Oh my
Kevin,
god.
don't do that.
There's plenty of douchebags on YouTube you can look up.
Oh,
are willing to kill themselves
Brandon,
for
shut
entertainment.
the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
I think that's a douchey thing to do.
I think it's weird to say on the internet so people can see it. Just remember, guys, the internet's forever. And what I've already noticed is people like to clip our Twitch. You guys can clip stuff from our Twitch, so you know, and then you can send a link to your friend to see if Kevin says something funny. And what people have been doing lately, I feel like, is taking certain clips that me and Kevin and Jeremy have been saying and probably sending them out to other people. So, you know, everything's forever on the internet, so you got to be careful with what you say.
It's true.
Well, everything can be taken out of context for sure.
That
You don't say
is-
anything I'm really worried about. You say pretty normal stuff that you don't really need to censor yourself. You're fine.
You were trying
well,
to censor me when I started talking about starting my cult and having little kids browbeat adults for killing ants.
I don't think that's what it was. I think that's funny. We should talk more about that.
Well, I thought somebody was like something. I was being coddled because I talked about kids.
Maybe.
That's
Yeah,
what
I don't know.
I think that's why we
Well, the
Yeah.
kids are the ones that would could make somebody feel bad for killing.
Yeah.
Well, like a grown man, I'm mad at you because you killed an ant. A little kid could get away with
That's
that.
true.
You
Yeah.
killed a spider.
That's why they send them out to steal stuff, and yeah, they are
Oh, great.
indestructible. Yep, that's cool. You guys want to talk more about cults? We'll get Kevin involved.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think it's a better topic than most of the other things, but that's just because I don't understand what you guys are talking about most of the time. I try to
We
Google
gotta
things.
Teach Donnie more snake things.
Listen,
so he
I
can engage.
retain a lot of things he says, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I do, but like guys, I can't
Like
identify bulk python more.
earwigs that
What?
live in your ears and lay eggs.
Are we doing this really?
No.
I think we're doing it.
So our Twitch podcast watchable later on YouTube. So like a day later.
24 hours afterwards.
24 hours
Yep.
after we do this.
But the only disadvantage is it's not live, and you won't see the chat unless it's on the screen like it is right now.
Cockroaches are almost indestructible.
Did you all know that the common German cockroach can have its head removed, but the female can still find a safe, warm, suitable place to lay its egg case? Fact.
Platella germanica.
What's it called?
Platella germanica.
Is that process or the
No, that's
is it
the
Latin?
name.
Platella
Platella germanica.
Platella germanica. Wow, that's a German roach. Good man.
Nobody probably wants to talk about how they're developing a vaccine now for Ebola.
I don't think so, Brandon. I don't think anybody does.
Do you know what shedding is in humans? It means you are vaccinated for a certain disease, but you are carrying it, so you are still spreading it. You're
Ooh.
still contaminating everything around you.
All right.
Shedding?
Yep.
Well, you can shed a pathogen. You can be symptomatic of it, or you can be non-symptomatic but still shed it.
Right. That's what they're worried about with the Ebola vaccine, though. Like, okay, we could be vaccinating people, and they could just be bringing it wherever they go, where people are not vaccinated.
So, here's one. How about when Trump got impeached? So, did he get impeached by the House?
Let's go to politics.
No. I don't watch TV, and so I disconnected my TV. The only thing I watch now is Netflix and like Amazon. But I got so caught up in all these lying politicians, and it would upset me almost every day. I disconnected my TV, and I haven't had a TV for almost a year.
You're kidding. I didn't know that.
I don't have a TV. I don't know. I only heard that Trump got impeached, but I think he has to be so he can get impeached. Let's say by the House.
I
But-
think it's a whole process, dude.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
but
fucking-
so the House may impeach him, but then it has to go to the Senate, and the Senate won't impeach. So
No.
whatever, it's one or the other will not impeach him. So it's like, but he's still the president. There's people telling me that
it's like they're
he's not even
surprised
the
this shit
president.
happened. Like,
They all suck.
Yeah,
They absolutely all suck.
But I think Trump just got caught. I think they all do it. No matter who we put in there, unless it's Kevin McCurley.
no,
Right?
It's, I no.
Like almost like 100.
Could you
Isn't it-
imagine? Wait. Could you imagine a press
Kevin!
conference with Kevin?
Doesn't care about humans. Imagine that. I would just be like,
He's like, okay, Mr. President, we now need to have a press conference about how you don't care about humans. You need to tell them that you care about humans. I can imagine that first question. Mr. President, do you care about humans? No.
He's lying.
so
Nope.
people are asking if I'm writing. So I talked to my publisher. The Complete Ball Python is out of print now. So we sold off all what was produced, or what was run for production. So I'm going to take that book and add probably another 100 pages or so. He wants me to write a book on Burmese pythons and reticulated pythons together. So there's all sorts of weird things I could write. But he'll publish any book I write. The question, like right now, I am definitely not writing anything. I won't start writing until probably spring.
Are you gonna be less available for us, or are you just gonna go do it?
I write in weird times. I'm still.
Like what, in the middle of the night when you can't sleep?
I just do weird things. Yeah.
What the fuck does? Yo, I tried selling your book in the live stream. Did you see that?
Did you?
No, yeah, dude. I was pushing your book. Yeah, that's what I do. No,
Yes, our vice president will be better than Trump. Boy, there's a little too much religion. I don't believe you should mix religion and politics.
Why?
They're conflicting mindsets. I think you just need to be if you don't have a religion that you're pushing,
Yep.
then you're probably more homogenized for the welfare of everybody. But if you have like Christianity, which has its own ideals versus Muslim
Right.
or whatever, you all have your own axe to grind. So it might even be better to have somebody that isn't religious or doesn't believe in anything but is aware of all the different mindsets. But I do not think at all you should ever mix politics and religion, and I don't believe you should tell a woman what she should do with her body. That's
Because you're a
woman.
normal human being.
Yeah,
But
that's absolutely she can do whatever the hell she wants. It's her. That's one of your sole rights in life.
Yeah.
And I can't. It disgusts me that the religious politicians think that they should.
You know what's really great is
What?
you're doing like the thing right now. I'm
What?
okay with it, but
I'm
like,
sorry.
No, I don't care. Go ahead, it's your company. But like, you're doing that thing that like YouTubers never like. Do you think Brian would ever talk about this stuff? Like
I don't know.
specifically, it's because I
don't know any better.
It's all right. I mean, but yeah, I'm not disagreeing with anything you just said. But people really, there's probably some people that probably just left. They're like, I didn't know Kevin McCurley wasn't religious. Joke's on you.
I'm far more probably spiritual and stuff like that. I'm just like nature based.
You don't do the whole. What's the crystal bullshit?
I don't do anything.
Hold on, but do you know what I'm talking about? The chicks that are like, these are my spirit crystals. They give me energy. And what about that? You think that?
Like half your employees.
Yeah. Oh my God. Tell me up. Do you know you have people that work here that believe in that garbage? Stop reading the chat, Kevin. Holy shit.
I already asked them how the dinosaurs were created in the Bible. I already did that years ago.
Dude.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's a host right here. They're not the host.
I'm just trying to keep Kevin from reading the chat.
I'm answering people.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Dude, they're not interesting questions. None of them are. Unless they pay money, and then they're a little bit more interesting than other people. Come on. We're money driven here, guys. Yeah.
Donnie is very money driven.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to make
just
Kevin
said you
money.
were.
I don't get any of the money out of this.
He's all over the
I'm trying to keep.
That's why I like Kevin kind of going all over the place too, though.
Yeah, but these
But
questions,
these questions suck. Yeah,
they
you're right.
do suck.
The next
They do
question
not.
that comes-
There's some interesting things.
the
They
next
want to know
question that
about.
comes out is going to suck.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes,
Wait
Kevin.
for
Kevin
it.
is very
Next
good
question.
at just telling it
Oh,
like
there
it
it is,
is.
and it sucks.
Kevin, why
Yeah,
does
we
Donnie run the
appreciate
show?
that.
Because nobody else will. That's 100% of
Yeah,
it.
we have books for sale here, but we also sell them online, and you can also buy them on Amazon.
Yep.
Wait, is
What is S. Ugma there?
Oh, jeez.
Why
No,
does Donnie run
don't
the
do it.
show?
Why does Donnie do anything?
Because
with
he's
Kevin?
got the main mic.
He's got.
He's got all the controls at his fingertips.
Do you want to do this, Kevin?
So they're telling you to shut up.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't make the videos either. And you can
Yeah,
just put them on
yeah,
your
yeah.
cell phone too.
Let's get right back to it.
Forgot to hashtag it.
Oh,
Kevin,
Yeah.
don't
start
read
with the
this.
hashtags.
I'm just gonna let Kevin take over social media for a week and see how it goes, guys. I don't think he wants to though. You know what I get? I get a lot of people in the comment section that say they can do my job all the time. They're awesome in the comments. They love saying it. They tell me that I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know,
I just
great.
you know like especially when we've been kind of tweaking. I think your process gets better and better.
Oh, yeah.
You've been getting lots of equipment, and then like you could do something that's like really the content is pretty good, and then all of a sudden like, oh, this was loud, or you did this or whatever. It's like we're not like some giant professional whatever. When I was doing some reality show stuff, I literally was followed around by 10 people.
Yeah,
With
it's a little
all
ridiculous.
the camera booms and the lighting and all that stuff. And I was being groomed for multiple different reality shows.
Which you didn't do. Why is that? I want to talk
We
about
couldn't
that.
do the reality shows because it would make a mockery of what we do, make us look like animal hoarders. They ultimately have editing rights.
What'd they do to you? Like what?
They made things look. First of all, they weren't real. They made things look. It was like made like a mockery of it, and it made us look just. It was terrible, and so I might have benefited for a little bit as I did the show and all that stuff, but eventually I would not be able to be involved in something that I really had much control over, and I'd be very embarrassed, and I would embarrass our entire community, and I'd be doing something that I don't even believe in.
You wouldn't even know until it aired too.
Oh yeah, and it's like
That's the worst part.
you know, Brian got trapped in some of that stuff, the Venom Hunters and all that different stuff, and
That's before people knew what reality TV is all about. I feel
so
like,
reality TV, it's all preconceived. So what they do is reverse engineer things. But what they do is they every planned thing they'll say, okay, we need some kind of exciting thing.
Right.
We need a conflict, and then we need it to be rectified. So you have to have this crisis situation. You create whatever ridiculous scenario it is, and then you have to solve it. And then pull it all together at the end. That is literally what it's
a
about.
lot of YouTubers do that too, to be honest.
Acting without any professional training.
Yes.
But the problem with reality TV was legit. Like it'd be like me doing all these YouTube videos, but Kevin not knowing anything I'm doing and making him look like an idiot all the time. It could have been really bad.
Yeah.
Well, they had him like corner me and like educate me on like how often snakes shed skin and what keratin is and this and that. And then when they showed us like some video package, they took like these happy parts of like Kevin's little spiels, and then they put this like wicked like happy-go-lucky music under it, like this like adult contemporary stuff, and it made him just look so not
Crazy.
Kevin. Yeah, it made him look like so fuzzy, like hi, I'm Kevin McCurley, and then this is my passion, and it had like this like just really approachable like soft music under it, and it's just.
Did you see any of the footage they cut?
Kevin.
I'm curious.
What?
Did you see any of the footage they cut from
Yeah.
that? Because you know how, like, I could just film around here, right? Not film anything, even thinking about it, and I could just make the place look like a dump without even trying.
So the first good guy we were dealing with is a guy named David Roma. And no, he wasn't Powderhouse. David had his own thing. So David Roma was brought in to direct. So David Roma was the guy at Miami Inc.
Okay.
He started Miami Inc. So he came here, and he filmed a bunch of stuff. And we were dealing with Powderhouse and Mookie, whatever they were, and then they joined together, and they were basically they got signed up by Animal Planet, but ultimately Animal Planet had like editing rights. So David Roma made some cuts. We did the sizzle reel, and he got some pretty good stuff. And he made it reasonable. They took his work and they re-edited it, and it made us look like crazy, over the top animal hoarders that are just it had nothing to do really with reality, and it really
You look like Honey Boo Boo, but with snakes.
it freaked me out. It freaked me out. David Roma was so upset, and David Roma is a wonderful guy that was embarrassed, and he's an edgy guy, but he didn't want to make us look like fools. So they pulled him out of there, and then I ended up.
It's weird, but I bet they were in the mind frame that it wouldn't get nobody would watch it unless they did that to it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's probably true.
That's because they weren't
I
trying very hard,
eventually
probably.
signed up with Icon Films, which is River Monsters, and they were going to do Slither Monsters, and they tried to shop it for quite a while, but it's very hard to get shows here in the United States that are like based on animal, like hey, this is a wildebeest coming to a drinking hole. And there's an alley, or the crocodile, excuse me, and they feel like it's like overplayed and like Discovery. I got involved in the giant snake eater of Sulawesi, and what Discovery did to me after they did that giant anaconda eating a man kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
And Discovery came up with this giant snake eating thing, and I was involved in all this, and all of the work that I did eventually was cut out because I was like the voice of reason.
Oh yeah.
And I totally challenged all of their idiocy.
Put it into perspective, you were working on this all day long, like a full 8-hour day.
Yeah. And
You didn't get paid for it, did you?
Cut, what?
Did you get paid? You don't get paid for that, right?
No, actually, that I didn't get paid,
Yep.
and it was really an utter shame because Discovery took what Icon made and they cut it all out because they wanted to make it look like pythons are going to crawl out of the Everglades and eat people. And right now, as we're speaking, the pythons are growing. Then we're getting a super python that's a hybridized African rock, Burmese python, and da-da-da-da. I argued all that. I argued every single thing, and I can crush anybody in the arguments. And they didn't like it. They were like, wow, this guy...
They wanted to pull a hit job
it's
on you,
very
dude.
plausible what he's saying. But I didn't realize that was the intent. The intent was to hype it up, do something that's kind of trashy once again.
Oh.
And Discovery did this trashy thing. The guy that let that anaconda video go, he got fired.
Really?
Yeah, he was gone. So
That's reality TV for you guys. Something we never got involved with. That was right after I stopped working here. That all started. That was a weird time.
Yeah, the other thing to think about too, and a lot of those shows, like they're filming for such a long period of time to more often than not just bring you maybe 4 45-minute shows, 4 or 5 45-minute shows. So imagine you're filming for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep.
Or maybe even more, and you're really getting a total of 4 hours. So I think a lot of people fail to see that there's so much more that was happening, and it's literally just been all cut to be packaged in this nice dramatic package.
Yeah, because people are idiots and they want to tune out of your show. You got to keep them interested.
we try to do. I had an idea. It was like, okay, so the pythons in Florida. Let's go down there with like real snake hunters, right? And so Icon Films, we were trying to do things. So what they were taking these Indian snake hunters. These are villagers in India that do nothing but track snakes, and they grew up, and they'll get venomous snakes that allow them to be milked, and they release them, and they have this magical relationship, and I think they're called the Arulu. Mm-hmm. And the Arulu, they were going to take some of these people, and we were going to go to the Everglades, and we were going to go snake hunting. So we contacted FWC, Florida Fish and Game, and we said that this is what we wanted to do, and Everglades National Park. And initially, they were like, yep, no problem, whatever. So as things started happening, they were getting the passports for the Arulu. These people, like, literally, that was a chore because the people are living, like, in huts. Not even joking. So they don't have, like, a technical address. So they had a very hard time authenticating these people to actually get a passport. So eventually, when passports were fashioned and all this stuff, they then contacted FWC, Everglades National Parks and all that, and we got shut down. They shut us down, said that we could not come. Because you would bring real snake hunters down there, and these real snake hunters, like you look where Burmese pythons come from. There's area where Burmese pythons come from that they're gone. They've eradicated Burmese pythons for the skin leather industry. And so if you bring real snake hunters in there, and the numbers that they're arguing that are hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands or whatever Burmese pythons in the Everglades is way overinflated. So if you brought people down there that are better equipped to assess things that could show maybe, hey, there's another side of this whole story, they shut us down. So what they did is they blocked truth, and they only fan the flames of fiction and hysteria, because the narrative is invasives are in the Everglades, which allows us to have more laws. It also brings a lot of federal money there. Mm-hmm. It brings an incredible amount of federal money there. They patented a snake trap that cost a huge amount of money. That was this trap to catch these snakes, and then when they weren't catching the snakes in the trap, they decided that the snakes were too smart to get caught in the trap. No, the snakes aren't too smart. The snakes just aren't there like you're saying they are in the numbers. So they're always lying. But this is just like a politician.
Seen the billboards?
Always lying. Lie. What?
You ever seen the billboards that they post the billboards with saying like the rewards and stuff on them down there? You ever see those?
No.
To advertise that they'll pay money for dead Burmese pythons? Yeah. Sorry. We were gonna make a video about this.
I remember when they first released the estimated numbers that were in the Everglades, the Burmese pythons, and the spectrum was 10,000 to 100,000. So I'm like, that's a huge freaking gap. I could see if you want to say like 20 to 40,000.
So far, we haven't
even
even caught 10,000.
That's what I'm saying.
So far, I don't think we've even caught 5,000.
How much they were giving like huge money away for pregnant snakes, right? I'm sorry, keep going.
No. I'm just saying how like if you're gonna give some kind of spectrum, like some kind of range of numbers. I mean, do you really want that margin of error to be 90,000 individual animals? Like that's pretty absurd.
Yeah.
And nobody batted an eye.
I think it's because most people are stupid and they just don't question.
Well, yeah,
anything.
but also like I think it was Senator Bill Nelson that was talking about.
Oh,
and,
he's awful.
And he was
Oh,
yeah.
what an
But
awful
nobody
man.
bats an eye when it's somebody in a quote position of power.
And you know what's funny? So he had two secretaries, which were animal rights proponents, and these two women are the ones that got him. He was failing. And they said, "We have something that you can speak on."
Oh, to look good?
Yes.
Oh,
they
God.
gave
That's
him
what
that
that is?
information, and he went forward with that. He had no concept of what he's even talking about. The guy's like close to dying.
So it's an easy thing to push to make
Yeah,
yourself look
but
good.
it's but
Wow.
we're sadly we're human cattle, and as time goes on, we're so into the most minimal effort to get something and create an opinion of something. Now we're making opinions in seconds of something like that, and we're ruining other people's lives. We're doing all this different stuff. We're like, before people would have to invest. That's maybe you have to go to a library to read about something or whatever. Now you're just getting this information so easy. So we're so quick to commit ourselves to some type of opinion. And now when these politicians or any of these dirtbags are taking these lying ideals that they're trying to portray, we sign right on. Puppies snakes are gonna crawl out of the swamps and eat all the puppies.
The puppies are in danger, man. People are gonna start speaking up.
Do you know it's ridiculous? Like it is absolutely ridiculous how they're able to make that.
And we are just we're losing.
Testing it. Sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
We're losing all of our little enjoyments and our little freedoms, and people are just like right under our very noses. Why are there new laws every year? Hundreds of thousands of new laws.
But yet cigarettes are still a thing, and all these other awesome things are still widely available.
Right there. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's but the politicians. How come all these politicians are so rich? They go into office and they might not be rich, dude. They get so much information, and they're allowed to. They're allowed to do stuff that other people can't do as far as getting specific information, investing in stocks. They're allowed to trade on tips and do all this stuff, but the common person can't.
Yeah. It's
a
little bizarre.
That is absolute.
Do you think it's weird
criminal.
that one person's in charge of this many? Well, kind of like
no, it's not one person. It's a whole.
I understand.
It's
a whole bunch of them.
Lifestyle. It's whole.
But do you think when they were like writing up everything when they first came to the United States, they were like,
nothing
this
like
one
that.
president, they didn't think it was going to be as
legit
big.
people. When we wrote up the, all of our first fathers and Declaration of Independence from Britain and all that different stuff, we were like all band together.
George Washington didn't even want to be president because back then it was considered like being the president of a bake sale or something. It's like we just didn't have the population.
Yeah.
We didn't have much structure yet. It's basically just like, oh, who's in charge? Oh, we like that guy. He's did some good stuff in the back.
So-
yeah, he looks like a good guy.
So I'm essentially I'm a libertarian, but you can't vote as a libertarian because you're just throwing away your vote. It's like such a nothing. There's nothing to it. All the political parties, they need to even the playing field. So whoever's running, we have federal money. They can all use, this is your budget, this is your budget. You can only use that budget to do your advertising and do whatever you want so people can pick more fairly on whatever. I mean, you this special interest shit, it's so gross.
I think Politician, man,
But
in
we're
politics.
fucked because we can't do anything about it. We're not going to be able to. It's so broken until we have like a civil war
Yeah,
or something like that.
that'll be super. Yeah,
I'm into it.
sucks that has to happen though.
Civil War, anyone?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, but think about it. So in different states like Connecticut, we're going to basically
Oh, jeez.
ban every reptile. So that's just one example of what they do. We're going to ban this. We're going to ban that. Maine's going to do this. So all your little things, and this is just government overreach. They don't really have any reason. Their argument sucks. But somebody like me who could actually probably debate it if it was ever a fair arena. We don't ever get a fair arena. They dictate and we suffer and we suck it up. But the animal laws are coming in and you could listen to this podcast in 10 years and people be like, oh my God, how things have changed.
I'm gonna cringe. Just
10
listening
years
to
is
us.
nothing.
I mean, you will too. I can't look at anything we filmed
Ask people
a
how
year
many
ago.
Support the USDA fishing. What's
U.S.
the,
Fish and Wildlife
No,
Service.
no, no. What's the one that has the Sarah McLachlan commercials?
Oh,
PETA?
the Humane Society. of the
Humane
United States.
Society.
Oh.
How many people support the Humane Society because they have a nice ad campaign?
We're gonna need copyright claim. What are you doing? That song, by the way, you can get demonetized so quickly if you play like a second of it.
Oh yeah.
Because
What
I
is it?
know.
The
Yes.
Sarah McLachlan
Oh, yeah,
song.
yeah,
For,
In my ear right now?
No. All that music is just.
Oh yeah, it's an echo. 100%. It's not good.
But sadly, somebody's making some comments here. We're always, one of our first prerogatives is to let somebody else do the heavy lifting. It's always, I'm going to bitch and complain,
You can.
maybe, but I'm not going to lift a finger.
Stand down.
I'm sorry.
Kevin doesn't even know he does it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm making clinking noises. But it's like, let somebody else do the work. And as that happens, you might as well just fart and moo in a field like a cow
Yep.
because all you are is cattle.
Yeah, we are human cattle. Well, some of
That's
us
it. And we have very evil shepherds that are looking over us. They don't care about us.
Are we organizing for something? Oh boy.
I believe in guns.
Yeah, we know. A lot of people don't know that though. Kevin is a gun enthusiast. He doesn't look like it though. You don't look like one.
Right,
Like,
but I believe in guns.
you also you don't look educated. You don't look like a lot
I'm
of
not
things that you are.
educated. I'm stupid as hell.
Yeah.
But whatever. Does it matter?
Dang.
I
snake
mean, to some
breeders.
people.
What is your opinion on guns?
I own guns. I have tons of guns. I just don't talk about it. Dude, this is a great state to live in. You don't even need a permit to have a concealed gun. It's so great.
It's illegal not to have a gun in New
Yeah. And that's why it's the safe. It's the second safest state in the United States.
Yeah.
What does that say about it? And what are we bordered by? Massachusetts, where their gun laws are like super tight.
Absurd.
There you go.
Drink more than everybody too. So what does that say?
There you go. Yeah. I've never had any problems that anybody hurt, like assaulting me or anything in this state or robbed. You ever been robbed, Kevin? Oh, no, okay. My bad.
Robbed?
Kevin would fight them with his ninja stuff, his punches,
His
and his
ninja
kicks,
stuff.
his karate. I love calling it that because he gets all pissed off. Kevin, what belt do you? You have a belt color, right? There's a thing. It's
Like right now it's Muay Thai, so I'm a high green Praja.
oh, this is like a regular belt that you wear, like it ties
No,
around, or is it
no,
like
it's the thing that goes in your arm right now.
Oh.
Muay Thai.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
High blue belt.
a lot of sweaty guys?
Yeah, but I haven't trained blue belt. I mean, on my
You should do it, Jeremy.
jiu-jitsu since the beginning of the year. I took a break.
Don't you worry about getting sick like from other people, like when you do
So
that
let
stuff?
me ask you a question. Has
Oh,
everybody
geez.
noticed how everybody's been getting sick around me?
I stay away from these people.
But have you seen everybody's been sick?
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten sick.
It's true. He is not.
Yeah. Maybe because you run away from everybody when they start talking to you like I do.
That is also true.
I was around Dan a lot and all
That's
those
true.
sick. I live with Rob and Emily. They both
Yes.
sick. Everybody's like getting
Do you
pneumonia.
hang out with Rob and Emily so they can like cough in your mouth and stuff though?
Oh my god.
You don't, do you?
Do you hang out with people so they can cough?
I
in
don't
your
hang
mouth?
out with anybody from Nerd because they're all foul.
It's true.
I don't-
He
I
won't
don't-
even hang out with me.
I like
We're supposed
Jeremy
to be
more than
cool.
anybody. I'll come and we'll
I
make your
appreciate
live
that.
streams good.
Thank you.
Do you know that he live?
Kempo, like and Shotokan karate. It's like Americanized karate. No, thank you.
Well, that's not real. It's not.
No, it is. It's good for kids.
Can I learn karate from a YouTube video?
You should, so you can learn to shut your mouth.
I don't need to because I talk my way out of most
and
things.
behave and listen to your sensei.
Can I start calling you sensei? That'd be kind of cool.
Kempo specializes by dislocating joints and breaking bones. Jiu-Jitsu specializes in that quite nicely. So doesn't Muay Thai. They just hit you until you fall on the ground screaming in pain.
I'm getting him another chair. Doesn't make noise too.
Oh shit. God, you know, I
Should've
haven't
stayed on the
eaten-
ladder,
I wonder if
Kevin.
the snake skin has helped me like survive through all these
I just have to-
colds and pneumonia.
It's quite
bouts.
possible.
Maybe.
It's quite possible.
I think it is you being elusive and not talking to people. That's really your.
I'm around these drooling, coughing, snotting people. They're all around me.
These are your
And that's
employees.
just
you're talking
Dan.
about. The people that take care of is a very expensive snake collection. Drooling and snorting people.
Yeah, that's just Dan. Primarily.
Yeah. Yeah, we're shutting down at 4. You want to say anything to people? You want to promote your Twitch that we already are on right now? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
So just so everyone completely understands, Donnie's not on some crazy power trip.
I am.
Twitch platform is quite suitable, we believe, for the podcasting. Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
He would have never done it if Brian Barczyk didn't back me up on it. I know.
No, it's the proper platform for what we're trying to do.
Right.
We're still going full steam ahead on our YouTube
Yep.
and all that, but we're trying to. Let's face it, guys. Our YouTube channel, you know, it's growing, but we have people that I don't even understand how they have the subscriptions
Who?
that they do.
Who? No, because like I watch our social media, like Social Blade every day. We're gonna blow past these people.
No, we're
soon
doing
enough.
okay. No, we're
Like,
doing.
I can't wait.
But there's some people I just don't understand. How do you have 125?
Is it Miguel from
subscribers?
Always Evolving Pythons? Because I don't understand that either.
I'm not negging
I'm
anybody. No, but there's some people that have, you know, unbelievable.
Is it
and
Go
it's-
Herping? Because I can tell you why. Because he appeals to dumb people. Like I don't know what to
Okay.
tell you, man.
I
There's-
don't
dude, there's
know.
a ton of people with YouTube. Like, and you know what? And you get Jay Brewer, Prehistoric Pets. He's got like 1 million subscribers. He doesn't get but 20,000 of videos like views. So like, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you get, Kevin. It's how many views you get per video.
So you.
Oh, speaking of Miguel, that reminds me. I need your phone so I can follow him.
No.
Your account.
He needs another $300 if he does that.
Oh
I'll
my
unfollow
gosh.
him. I'll
no,
do it.
No,
I swear
no,
to God.
Because I was supposed to do it on his account a while ago, but I didn't realize he was on the nerd account.
Didn't I follow him?
So
No.
That was it was via the nerd account. I didn't realize that when I had done it the first
So
time.
that's why he's being. Where the
He's
frick did
such
my
a
phone go?
poser. What
It's
are you
okay.
doing?
You can do it after.
Man, no, but I had my phone. Oh, it's gone. I didn't even go anywhere.
Don't you only follow your friends? You're like, what are you doing? Do you even talk to Miguel?
Hold on.
Well, probably if he
Yeah, okay.
followed him.
Okay, you want to.
He's a hanger-on.
Miguel is?
Yeah, in my personal opinion, yeah.
There you go.
All right.
I'm gonna unfollow it as soon as I go home.
Oh, Donnie, stop.
I have respect for Kevin. I don't let him. Well, he already has
Oh,
people he's following on the channel right now that don't matter.
Go
He's
Herpes is entertaining. I like that. Go Herpes is
jeez.
just somewhere, but
Okay.
Cool. I'm sure he's gonna call you up wanting to hang out with the King Cobra too, so we can put that in a video.
I've already my window of opportunity with that guy is done.
Who?
Go Herping.
There never was a window.
No, when I reached out to him and was trying
Oh
to
yeah,
be,
I tried being nice to him too.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. So now he's funnier to meme on anyways. All right. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna be making YouTube videos, and guys, we do 2 videos a week, and our live streams count as videos too. So I mean, guys, we're doing a lot more than we ever used to do. So
very
shut
true.
up. It's really hard to do what we do, guys.
What happened when I tried to reach out? I reached out to him. I think I even gave him my phone number.
Which was dumb.
And, yeah, and he ignored me. So whatever. That was my old phone number, anyways. But whatever.
Cool.
That's all right. Kevin periodically changes phone numbers to protect his identity.
Just like burners.
And we
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, burners.
We wanna so anybody that subscribed, we wanna thank you for subscribing, and you can use your Amazon Prime to support us. And anybody that donated, but we didn't get a lot of donations because you guys are cheap. Wow, you guys are terrible. Look
What the hell? Go Herpes does Lego videos?
no, he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Lego.
What he's been doing lately, he's got this awesome brand idea where he just like has people send them their terrible animals that are like on the verge of death, and then he fixes them and then sells them back. But essentially, what he's doing is exploiting his animals for views. I don't know. It's kind of what he's doing. Maybe he has good intentions. I don't know. Okay.
Anyway,
So at some point we were gonna watch like a couple videos and
React.
response.
I think I need to hold off on the negativity for a
Okay.
little while.
Okay.
I think because people think I'm too negative, but I'm not trying to be.
He
I'm just
did do
busting
one
balls.
Lego video.
Okay. Well, you're also listening to somebody on the internet you don't know. So
No, it's a fact. It's on the internet, and
yeah,
Alex said
I know
so.
him. He's a troll. He's a
Oh,
big-
he even does unboxing of rescue animals.
That's what
Yeah,
he's been
he
doing
did do
lately.
that.
I just
Yeah,
said that.
yeah, it's
Oh.
I should show you the videos. Yeah.
Oh.
People look to him for medical advice for their reptiles all the time.
I tell you, I'm pretty damn good at medical stuff, and that takes a lot.
You ever look at your DMs and
a lot of.
you ever see people ask you these weird questions in your DMs about their medical?
No.
You get them all the time, so you
Okay.
know they're great. Maybe we should do a video on that.
Going through Kevin's DMs.
Kevin's been getting some good DMs from people that are like, "Hey, I have this really cool gene that I think I discovered," and
Oh gosh,
like-
the dinkers are coming
I'm
back.
like, "Shut up!"
Blue Jades?
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
That's it.
Thank
Merry
you, everyone.
Christmas.
Everyone have a great Christmas or holiday or whatever it is.
What do you say? Get it?
And
Everybody, do a super kindness to someone today and have a shitbag day.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, fools.
I can't hit the off button.
Oh, Donnie. Oh. Now we got to do
Stop.
all this again.
That's cool.
Oh.
No, we're good.
Oh, we're good?
Just don't talk about anything you wouldn't want on Twitch right now.
That means we're still live.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Give me 1 second.
Jeez.
You want to like unplug the computer? You gonna dance?
Kevin just danced.
chair.
Oh.
It, like lean. What is that? Lean.
Well, I'm bringing in a
leaning
chair from my
forward,
house
yeah.
that's nice, and you can have this one.
All right.
Whatever.
Are we off now?
No.
Oh,
Hold on.
God.
Just give me a.
Sheesh.
You want my chocolate that was